with my questions for you because as a new wife, you know, everyone asks me probably once a day, when are you having kids?
Oh my God, isn't that annoying?
Oh, it's like the curse of
First of all, what if you
newlyweds.
can't have kids? Like, that's the most, please don't ask people that. Please don't ask. And then if a person has one kid, please don't ask them, like, when are you having the next? Like, maybe they only could have one. Like, that's super uncomfortable.
I was going to say, by the way, like, not every woman is like super fertile and can just pop out babies like Tracy.
Super offensive. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm Fertile Myrtle. Like, it just happens.
It is. It's super offensive. And no newlywed that's enjoying like their first year of marriage wants to freaking hear it every day.
Yeah. And there's a lot of people you have to be sensitive to because you have no idea like who's going through a struggle. So please just off the bat, like do not ask people like, when's your next? Or when are you having kids? Just let people live their life.
Yes.
What did you want to ask? Like, sorry, I just had to get it off my chest. It really bothers me.
Well, so I know kids is something that I definitely want. Like my husband and I talk about it, but you know, I feel like when you're in your 20s and you have a baby, it's something that you don't even think about. You just do. It's the next step of your life.
Yeah.
But I'm older and
you say that like you're old. You're not old. You're in your 30s. Like
it's weird because I look around and I look at this life we built in our home and I'm like, wow, like some kid's gonna come in here and like fuck it up. And like, what if he's an asshole? Like I have so many, It's harder now, I guess, that I'm older because I'm overthinking everything. Am I ready? Like, you know, and my mom gives me good advice because she says, you're never ready.
No, you're not.
Is that true?
No, that 100% your mom is, first of all, moms are always right. Your mom is 100% right. You are never ready. And as much as anyone can ever prep you for it, like kids are emotional terrorists and they are going to fuck up your whole world. And I promise you that, like what this house looks like right now, more than likely it won't. It's going to be still be perfect because she will be living here. But like, it's a different kind of perfect. Like when they wake up and they run from their bed to your bed, that's the most satisfying thing you'll ever feel in your life. And it's just
crying.
No, I feel like if you can experience it, it's something to experience, whether it's your child, whether you adopt a child, whether anything, it's almost like there comes a point in your life where you're either like, I'm going to be selfish or I'm not going to be selfish. And
that's what I'm not ready to part with yet. I know I'm a selfish person. Like
you're not selfish. You're just used to routine of what you guys do. And it's totally breaking of routine. It's going to be like the most mind fucked thing you'll ever do, but it's so rewarding. And if you can do it, and I think it's worth doing, like even being an aunt to kids, like just to have them come into your life, it changes your whole world. Like you no longer care about your Saturday nights because you're like, I'd rather spend it with like my niece or nephew, or their kids really just shake up your whole world. And I don't think it's a necessary step. There's a lot of people who just are not supposed to be parents for sure. And I also think like you could be a father, but you're not a dad. Okay.
Right,
you could be a mother, but you're not a mom. Like there's people who are like, that's like mommy. Like, you know what I mean? Like you're not everybody is meant to be a parent.
So you were really young. How old were you when you had your first baby?
Corey wanted to have them like when we met.
Yeah.
And I said no. I was like, we're getting married first and that whole thing. But he was 21 when we met. I was 23 because I'm 2 or 3 years
like
older.
Didn't you guys like not really think about it? Like you just kind of did it.
Well, we got engaged because it was a huge thing. I was like, well, first of all, where's my ring? Before I let you inseminate me with anything, like I'm getting a ring because it's important to me. It's not important and it's not the necessary steps. It's just something that worked for me and what I was bred to believe. So I wanted that. And he was all about it too. He wanted to get married. And I said, listen, we can totally like have this life. And I'm down to have kids early. And if you want them right away, we'll do that. But we need to like establish me and you first and worry about us. Because I feel like once kids come in, there's no you guys for a long time.
Which, by the way, I think is another like great point because I have some friends that, you know, they were married for a few weeks, a few months, and they right away have kids. And I'm like, don't you guys want to enjoy each other just a little bit?
Yeah.
Like, you know, make sure you know this person and you love this person and you can enjoy just being the two of you.
No, for sure.
I know that at this point that like we're good. That's what I'm afraid of is like some other person coming in and breaking us up. But I guess like
that's a thing.
Yeah.
First of all, there's moms that are like jealous of their kids because of how good their husbands are to their kids. Like that's a thing. I've heard of it before. I don't experience it, but like I've really heard people be like, why are you so good to her? Like, why do you let everything she does slide? Like, and it's like very weird because it fucks with your emotions when you add somebody else into like your relationship, whether it be a kid or whatever it is, and it's hard.
Well, let me ask you this. Is there an order? Like, is it your husband first and then your kids?
No.
Or your kids first?
No, my kids are always
husband?
first and then my husband. And he knows that. And I expect him to put my kids before me too.
Wow.
I just expect to be next on that list.
Like, so, that's the shit I have to like. I guess once there's a child actually here, I'll feel that way. It's just hard to like, it's hard to grasp that concept right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, kids, it's I don't know. It's like, okay, there's a functioning human being, an adult in your house right now. Okay, so when you have kids come in,
barely,
they are not functioning by themselves. They are completely reliant on you for everything. So if you're not putting those kids first, then that's a problem because
that's what freaks me out.
Their survival.
Like, yeah, like, oh my God, if I don't feed the baby, it dies. Like, that's such heavy responsibility.
It's legit. But like while you're eating cheese and wine, like give them their cereal or whatever they like. Like it just becomes a part of life. And like you just learn to coexist. And it's totally, I was not prepared for it. I mean, my mom told me, she was like, having kids is really hard. Like, I just want you to be aware. And like, but she was so excited that she was going to be a grandma that like, she totally was like, have more. I love it. But like, I was like, I wish there was like a manual that came with each kid of like how to deal with that individual child because every single kid is different.
But I don't, okay, so let me ask you this. So, okay, you got married, you had a baby, like you're in the hospital with Skylar. Like, did you, because this is just my personality, like I feel like I need to do research.
Okay, so
like did you read books? Did you talk to other, you were so young, you were the first friend to have a baby.
I was 26 when I had Skylar.
So how the fuck when they say, okay, bye, we're discharging you from the hospital 24 hours later, what do you do with this thing?
Jess, I say this all the time. I'm like, first of all, how do just hospitals let people take kids? Like how, there's no like psych test that they give you. There's nothing. They're just like, hi, okay, here, make sure you have a car seat. They don't even check if you have a car seat. They just like give you the baby. And I'm like, this is terrible. I had like an insane midwife crisis. Like after I had Skylar, like I was like, I have to be up all night. And like, I just pushed a human out of me. And now I have to be up all night. Thank God her godmother, Tara, my brother, my husband's sister wanted to have that experience with her godchild and like be at the hospital with me to help me and let me sleep because I also had a very rough pregnancy with Skylar, so I was not really ready to like jump into all of that. I was having, it wasn't like a postpartum depression. It was just like a holy fucking shit.
Rewind for a second.
Just happened.
So this is the stuff that scares me. So what do you mean rough pregnancy?
Okay, rough pregnancy. I had carpal tunnel. I had arthritis. I had hypoglycemia.
What?
I passed out one day going to pick my niece up at school. To this day, she's 9 years old. I had Skylar 3.5 years ago. She will not let me pick her up from school because she's so terrified that I'm going to pass out again at school. I had to go to the hospital. It was like this whole big thing. Shit happens when you're pregnant. Like your body, especially your first, like this is your body reacting to the first time it's ever changing in your life after like puberty.
I literally cannot grasp this concept. It is so hard for me to like imagine.
It's very weird.
It literally is like an alien is taking over your body. Like you've been like an alien came from space and like impregnated you, and now you've got this like weird alien baby that you need to like do stuff with. And the whole process, like I can't get it out of my head. And the actual like labor, no. There's nothing natural about that. It's something that's supposed to be so fucking natural. There's nothing natural about a baby coming out of your vagina. Like there's just not. Or your stomach. No.
No.
There's got to be an easier way.
No. The easier way is being rich and have somebody else carrying your baby. That's the easiest way you can do it. Like Kim Kardashian I think she just was like, fuck this. Like, I don't think I could go. It's an emotional roller coaster from the moment you find out until the moment that baby's put in your arms. It is a nonstop roller coaster. And sometimes it's like too much for a person to handle, especially after they've had some or in their first. Like,
were you like super emotional? Like, did you?
With Skylar, I cried a lot, but I was also like, I could not believe like I was responsible for another human being.
Yeah.
With Julian, he was my first boy. I couldn't believe it was happening. With Jaden, I had a really rough pregnancy. No, I lied. A really rough labor. My pregnancy was great with her. My labor was really hard. The epidural failed.
No, I didn't even know those two words went together.
Yeah, no, it was hard.
An epidural can fail.
Yeah, it just didn't work, and I felt everything, and like it was just a hard.
What do you mean? What did it feel like?
I'm not gonna scar the men on this channel. If there's any listening, I don't want to ruin.
Lower the volume.
Yeah, just turn this off. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna do that to them. I don't want to like scar moms because it is the greatest thing you'll ever.
Scar me.
I want you to have babies.
I'm already
Jess.
scarred.
No.
What did it feel like, Tracy?
It's the weirdest experience because you can feel the baby coming out, but there's no pain. It's like no pain at that point. For me, I don't want to speak on behalf of all women. Can you tell me what
an epidural failed means?
An epidural is this giant fucking needle
they
give
jam
you
it in your back,
spine. Right? And like it could either be the greatest fucking thing put on this earth or it could be traumatizing.
Can you ask for another one?
Yeah, it's like a drip.
Okay.
It's like a morphine drip. Like if you're linked up. So they just add more.
Cool.
Once you get it, you're done. You're like taped up, bandaged, you're fine.
Could you feel your legs?
No, I felt nothing to
That
the point
bugs me
where
out.
Jaden was handed to me and I almost rolled off the bed because I couldn't hold my own body up. And the epidural worked everywhere but where it needed to. So I couldn't lift up my arms. I couldn't lift anything. Like I was holding her and I felt myself rolling. I'm like, somebody grab the baby. It was traumatizing.
How long does the effects last for? Because that kind of freaks me out.
A few hours.
Like that's why I don't do like mushrooms and drugs, because I don't like not having control of my body.
I'm the last person on this world should ever do drugs because I would have the worst. I would be in a corner somewhere thinking spiders and rats were crawling all over me. I can't handle. I'm such a control freak. Everybody who knows me knows that. And it's the most not in control you will ever be in your life.
All right, I'm gonna get real here because this is another one of my labor fear. Like okay, so I hate potty talk. Like as far as my husband knows, and he will fucking tell you this. He doesn't think I go to the bathroom. Like he doesn't know. He's never seen, heard anything. Like he just thinks that that doesn't exist. That part of me. So like
my advice.
One of my fears, because I've heard this. Like I have friends that are just like disgusting animals, and they're just like, oh yeah, I was shit 5 times in front of my husband while I was giving labor, and he had my legs spread and was watching, and I'm like, I rather die. Kill me. Like fucking bury me. Like don't even, like I can't handle that.
Okay, my advice to you.
Go.
Your husband stands by your shoulders and massages your shoulders and holds your shoulders and can see on the horizon what is happening, but is not in the shit.
So
okay?
So he didn't see the other view of you.
No,
like,
and they asked me, do you want a mirror? No, and if you ever fucking ask me if I want a mirror again, I'm leaving this hospital and going somewhere else. Don't ever ask. My husband is to not see a thing. I am to not see a thing. I don't want to know. I never even watched the labor and delivery and health class because I was like, I'd rather be in the blind knowing of everything and just let it happen.
By the way, a mirror, I might pass out from a mirror. Like seeing like a head
No.
come out of your body, by the way, is not normal. So like, but you know what? I have some friends that are just like, they give birth and they're just like, it doesn't faze them. Like none of this phases them.
I just think it's not for husbands. I think that is something, that spot on you is something that's like for you and him. And it should not be damaged from him watching it be expanded into the size of a fucking head. Okay? Human head. And then bleeding and possibly shitting. Like I don't think it is the right place for a man.
Yeah.
Men cannot handle it. He stood by my shoulders, all 3 babies, held my hand.
Did you poop?
No, I think for the first one, the baby did. Because he told me, he's like, oh, the baby went poopy. And I was like, I'm going to ask you to refrain from telling me any information.
Oh my God,
okay?
the baby poops in you? What does that even mean?
This is all shit that goes on. Like shit happens. Literally shit happens.
Wait, what? How do you get it out?
It's like everything comes out. Like you're cleared the fuck out. Okay. Jess, it's all good. That's why the men should stand by your shoulder. Literally, men should have your back in this, okay?
Okay, I like that phrase.
Okay, men have your back. Your husband has your back. Your man, your boyfriend, your baby daddy. I don't care what it is. Keep him by your fucking shoulders. And if he wants to cut the cord, just have someone guide your hand. Like, I don't think he should be seeing it. That's my personal opinion. Corey did not cut the cord on any of my kids. My mom delivered Julian. She cut the cord. The whole time Corey's like, you're doing a great job, but I don't want to fucking know what happens.
So your cord is, I know it's
the way
the alien
feed.
thing. Okay. I was just going to say it's the thing that connects you to the baby. So
yeah, but that's
get
so
loose.
like, no, it's so not so it doesn't, it's not going to fall out of you, Jessica. It's so that everything you eat, the baby can eat because they're not eating food.
Oh my God, my mind is so blown. I did not know this.
I feel like maybe you should take a class before you, because you're freaking me out.
I was just going to say, like, so I just read literally Hillary Duff.
Okay.
Is that the thing she ate? Is it edible?
Oh, it's a placenta? It's edible. Yes, it's all your nutrients in your body that is for the baby.
Eat yours?
Absolutely not. Are you kidding me? I don't even eat cheese that says expired in 2 days. Like, I don't even...
I also read, like, I don't know which celebrity it was, but like one of them like put it in a blender and had like a smoothie. Like,
I mean, it's all things. It's the best thing you could do for yourself. Put it in pills. It's a lot of money to put it in pills, but it's getting all the nutrients that just left your body back in your body. It's like what makes you feel like a human again. I did not do it because I'm not okay with eating something that just fucking came out of my body. But there are women that do it, and that many are like holistic and all of that, and it's great for all of them. And I give you a lot of fucking support for eating something you just fucking pushed out of your vagina, but not my fucking thing. And I'm not about it. I don't support it, but like I don't think I'd suggest it to anybody, because unless you're taking it in pill form, which is I think expensive, I don't think it's like ever gonna happen for me. And I would be mind over matter that whole time taking that pill anyway. So I don't know. It blew my mind. I honestly was like, body, get your shit together, wrap it up. let's do this and like be an adult and put your big girl panties on and let's be like a mom. And I didn't eat the placenta. I didn't do any of that. Like I just had the baby, took her home and like worshiped her.
This is really good shit because I kind of had this like, my husband's a police officer, so I was going to bring his handcuffs and like handcuff him to the bed so we couldn't like even try to peek at anything.
No, I don't think
that was
he
my
will
game
want
plan.
to.
Well, I have friends that have had C-sections and like literally the doctor is like, don't look because you will pass out.
Are on the table.
Yes. So many husbands pass out that they literally have to tell them like, if you look and pass out, like we can't focus on you.
No. That's why a lot of times in a C-section, like they'll have like a chair or a like mini bed or something. So like if the husband happens to look and they pass out, like they could take their time and like recover. But like it is not about you. It is about this baby.
I don't know what's fucking worse, really. Like out of your vagina or like out of your stomach. Like they're both so terrifying to me.
Honestly,
it's so scary to me. Yeah, the whole process is. And again, I think if I was like 20 years old, I'd be just like, oh, this is what you do. This is what my mom did. This is what my grandma did. I'm overthinking every step of the process. But this is what you do.
This is what Jessica does. She overthinks everything. She like makes something that's not a big deal into a big deal. So
I'm with Tracy's kids, and every time I leave them, I want one. Like, well, that's they're so cute and they're so sweet, and they're just like kind, gentle little. Like when I pulled up to Tracy's house and they're in the window waiting for me to get there, like I literally have to hold back tears. It is the cutest thing ever.
They get so excited,
and I leave there and I'm like, I come home and I go to my husband. I'm like, I'm ready, and he's like, Are you really ready? I'm like, No.
Let's go watch our shows for 4 hours and oversleep till 1 o'clock.
Exactly. Don't forget, guys, new clips air every Thursday. So see you next Thursday.
Hosted on dimlywit.com.
Even though we are not your best examples,
we're the best you've got.
So cheers, bitches.
Cheers. Make sure you subscribe to our channel for updates. And if you like this clip, share it with a friend.